Yes, you're locked into Urban Future UK. It's I myself, Successful Sam, and I'm here with, guess who I'm with? Mr. G Frsh, aka Legoman. What's going on, brother? Obviously, your new single, The Man, featuring Skepta. Tell me.
Not a single.
What?
It's just a song.
It's just a song, yeah?
Yeah, there's been no singles.
No
just
singles,
because
yeah.
they look like.
She said she got a boyfriend, but now she wants the man. She said she got a boyfriend, but now she wants the man. She said she got a boyfriend, but now she wants the man.
Obviously, new song,
Yes.
featuring Skepta.
Yes.
Obviously, that's off your mixtape,
Yeah.
Legoman 2.
Yes.
So how did that come about? Like, obviously, what's it like working with Skepta?
With Skepta, I just know from being around, so we just know each other. And then what happened was, Skepta, if there was a time when he was like, he tweeted about Little B and stuff, he went all the way to New York just to go to a Little B show and things like that. And then he was also in love with that Gucci made Lemonade instrument. And then so, when I heard the song, Splurge sent me a bunch of music, and I heard the song and I was like, there was only one person that would appreciate this as much as I do, and that was Skepta. So I phoned him, literally wrote the chorus in 1 minute,
Yes.
said the chorus to him on the phone, sent him the song. A couple hours later, he had sent me back the song. His verse is done already. So.
Yeah, so what, do you find it easier to work with artists that you worked with previously than new artists?
No, I think everybody's pretty much easy to work with for as long as everyone comes with their A game and they don't come to the studio and cost you a hell of a lot of money because they're spending hours writing. But apart from that, it's all up. It's perfect. Everybody that I chose to work with, I expected a certain level of professionalism from them, and they gave me that. So
Treat your girl like a celeb when she treat you like a groupie, while I treat her like a fan. So she's spinning around and blowing on me while I hold her. For my bread, she's going ham. She said she got a boyfriend, but now she wants the man.
Obviously, for those people that don't know,
yeah.
why is your name G Frsh? Like, obviously, how did that come about?
G is the first letter of my government name. So
You don't want to share that with
I've told the world it's for them to work it out. I said it on songs. It's just for you to work it out. So it's there.
What songs?
It's out there. So and then Frsh, because ever since young I've just really liked clothes. Like when I was in school, I'd get my money for school dinners and stuff, and my money for my travel card. Then every Thursday I'd go to Croydon late night shopping, and I'd always buy one new thing.
Yeah.
And then it just ended up that I just had the biggest wardrobe in the end, so I was just Frsh, G Frsh, it made sense.
Fair enough. Obviously, Fresh clothing line.
Yes.
Now, where are you looking to take that to, like, seriously? And how can we get our hands on some gear? Like?
Do you know what? Basically, I was doing too much at one point. When I first started doing music, I found that everybody got paid apart from me.
Yeah.
And then so me seeing that, I was like, do you know what? I need to get to the money too. So I said, I'm going to do everything that I'm paying everybody for myself and for other people.
Okay.
So I started a production company. I was doing CD duplication and packaging. I was making people CDs for them, and then clothing. And I was like, and I could then turn a profit from clothing. And then so I started doing that. But then after putting out music and making a name for myself, I found that I was stretching myself and not concentrating on what was important, being in music. So I basically paused everything as far as fresh clothing goes, and just concentrating on making music. So now, with the game having changed so much in that time, clothing has actually become more of a fashion-based thing rather than a merchandise thing.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm going to limit what we're doing. It would be eventuality of me doing something really epic in a not so distant future, but very much based on cut and sew and making clothes that I really want to wear, keeping up seasonal stuff like that, just really doing it properly. So now I've got to that stage where I just want to do it properly or not.
Cool. So obviously, clearly you have a passion for fashion. How deep is your passion for fashion? Like?
Passion for fashion. Do you know that's the first thing they say not to say when you go for a fashion job?
Is it?
It's like, passion for fashion. But basically, I love clothes, man. I just love them, and I can get, you know, like girls get stressed.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to my work and I will have nothing to wear. I feel like I've got all of these clothes and I have nothing to wear. I've got so many clothes, like Tiny said, I keep some in my aunt's house.
Yeah.
I basically I can't separate them because I don't want to have something and want something else that's not there. So I literally leave all of my clothes in my mum's house and have nothing in my house apart from a few t-shirts.
Really?
Because I go every day and I've got loads of wardrobes in different rooms. I've got a whole room and I can still find nothing to wear. So that's how much I love clothes, as much as it gets, to the point it distresses me.
So you're saying your closet is like a runway, basically, like clothes after clothes after clothes?
It's in rooms. I've got
rooms, okay.
I've got wardrobes in one room, wardrobes in another room, a whole room, a jacket rail room, trainers. I've got this mad, and then I have a section of unworn and
unworn.
Yes, and I like one away things that like when I want to shut it down, then I go to that box.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's get back to the music.
Yeah.
Legoman 2, April 15.
Yes.
So what did you do different from this one that you didn't do in the first one? What do you feel like? Did you explore anything new?
I mean, first and foremost, the features. Okay. Because at the point when I started with Legoman 1, I probably didn't have access to as many people in the game. Like I was pretty much just a
breaking out.
Yeah. So I didn't have access to that, and I never utilized features that much. Okay. I always kind of stood on my own, but was affiliated and had friendship with everyone in the game. So I wanted to explore that avenue and see what could happen with that, and then also just come with a more polished and finished product than in the past. So in the past, with like Lego and stuff, we would record in a home studio. And a lot of people's complaints when hearing my music sometimes was that they couldn't hear what I was saying. So I went to the efforts to rectify that recording with a guy called Richie Montana. And he put me through it in the sense that before I'd like go to the studio, do the verse, I'm like, yeah, it's cool, it's done. He would have me hours doing one verse, just making sure it's perfect. So it was basically, and also in the past, I would always know that there's little mistakes on certain songs when I heard my music. And in this, I said, I just want to make a CD where nothing's wrong. I can listen to it, I'm happy with it, there's nothing that annoys me on it. And that's just what I wanted to do. A very good piece of music that represents me as much as possible.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. Something just for a point in time, I suppose the first Legoman was a long time ago.
Okay, so what Legoman 2, was you a lot more deep on this one? Like, what did you talk about more of, like?
No. Not necessarily deep in the traditional sense of the word, because everybody feels that to be deep you have to be emotional. Okay. But for some people, other things make them emotional. Some things like me getting dressed and not makes me emotional. That might be deep to me. But no, do you know what it is? It's basically me enjoying and highlighting the good points in my life. Okay, cool. But there are parts of the tape where I give you a tiny bit of the introspective me. For example, on a song with Benny Banks, I said, I'm tired of rapping but more tired of trapping. Old night tracking, I'm getting tired of fashion. So there's that kind of, there is those, I just did it a little bit. Because I think I can give them all of that on the album. For now I just wanted to make a fun CD to bump to for summer in your car, rolling, having fun, and feeling like a little man. So
okay, so what's the next song that you're gonna drop from Legoman 2?
The next song is #I'm Balling.
#I'm Balling. Have you really got locations of where you want to shoot it?
Oh, it's done.
Oh, it's done.
Oh yeah.
So we're just waiting.
Yeah. #I'm Balling. It features none other than Tiny Timber.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I mean, it's basically a collage of all the fun #I'm Balling moments that we have. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we know how you are musically.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see G-Fresh in like any movies? More movies, basically. I haven't seen Offenders yet, sorry about that. But I've just seen a little slick clip of where you're actually in the fighting scene.
What? Pussy turn bad man, yeah?
I think he was a really good actor, but are we going to see any more of that, basically?
I'd really hope so. but I wouldn't fool myself or like to fool anybody into thinking that acting is easy and it's something you can just wake up and decide to do.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's something that I do decide to pursue properly, it will definitely be something that I go and study to be really good at. But as far as playing roles that aren't too far removed from something that I know, I'm sure I can handle that, yeah. But I'm not gonna all of a sudden try and play the Prime Minister because I'm not that good an actor, if I'm honest with myself and everybody else to be.
Fair enough. The hip hop scene in the UK, where do you think? Do you think it's really healthy? Like, do you think? What do you see? What's the good thing and the bad thing that you see about it? What do you need? What do you think we need more of?
Do you know what? There was a time when I couldn't quite pinpoint the bad things, and I was sometimes blame the internet for the bad things in a sense that in any business. For people who did like, there's barriers to entry in business. And then with now the internet, there's become really low barriers to entry into the music scene. So you can literally get a camera, you can film on your iPhone and freestyle, put it on the internet, and there you go, bang, you're done. So that for me was a positive and a negative. But then the positives are that there's a lot of new rappers, it's healthy, there's new rappers every day, every week, all the rest of it. But the negatives of it are that there's a lot of rubbish that can cloud the good. And in that sense, when I watched a documentary online about the UK rap scene, and Twin basically said something really important, and that was that there needs to be a lot more A&R in the scene. And
what do you mean by that?
So in the sense that when I first did Legoman, it was pretty much me on my own. So it's me and my ego in the room. So everything I do, every word I say is amazing.
Yeah.
So if I make 16 songs, all of them are going on the tape because they're all equally as good as each other as far as I'm concerned. Now with Legoman 2, I made 20, 30 songs. And I'm sitting there in a room full of people, and some people say I like that, some people say that's rubbish. And then now we can separate the wheat from the chaff and end up with a really good mixtape. And then therefore, instead of taking 10 little steps, we're taking one big step. Now, if everybody did that, instead of putting out that odd song that's a bit, then it would be a lot healthier, basically.
So, we know you're into big cars. What's been your favourite so far, basically? Like, what's the one you've got your eye on now? You got to have that car.
Oh, I got to have that car. Well, basically, my next car is going to be the new Range Sport. So I like my Range Sport at the moment, and I just love the range. It's just emotional sitting in that high. you feel like the road is yours. So I love ranges. So my next car is going to be that, and then eventually it's going to be to be driven because I can't take driving. It makes me so tired and so stressful. So it's going to be.
So you want to get chauffeur, basically? Chauffeur
driven in a Phantom. Or the car of that time, that's the best one.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So is there Mrs. G Frsh? I'm sure a lot of people want to know that. So.
Oh yeah, there is.
There is?
Yeah, my daughter. She's the...
she's the daughter.
Yeah.
That's it, the main
She's the main, that's the love.
She gets all your time.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it. She's Mrs. Frsh.
Okay,
Frsh, London, whatever. Her name is London, by the way.
Cool, fair enough. So obviously you recently come back from the motherland.
Yes.
Tell me, what was that like, and was that your first time going there?
Oh no. I remember I called myself a flight Nigerian. Like we were on a song, I couldn't not have been, that would be shameful. So yeah, I'm Nigerian, I've been there loads of times, but the last time I went being the other day was the time I enjoyed it the most. And that's because if anybody is African out there, they know that when you go on these Nigerian trips with the family, sitting there seeing family and not saying much is pretty boring. But this time around I went there, I was with friends, I was with family, I was in the village, I was in the city. I experienced a lot of different aspects of Nigeria that I hadn't seen before. So yeah, I loved it so much I didn't even want to come back.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So if you was an animal, what animal would you be and why? Like, obviously you must see bear animals in Nigeria, like obviously.
Yeah.
So if you was an animal, what animal would you be and why?
I think the obvious thing to say would be something really big and things like that. And I think there are animals that maybe would represent me, something like maybe an elephant, I'd say, because they're quite calm and passive. There's that nature of me, and there's that aspect of me, and to my knowledge, I think they're kind of intelligent and they're strong and powerful. So there's that there's that part. But then I think sometimes that I'd just maybe be like a little insect that goes around doing what it's doing, doing what it's doing under the radar without and just living and enjoying life. You know, like a spider. It's just it lives with you and you never notice it apart from the odd moment.
Okay, fair enough. I just need to get this from you. Top 3 UK. Your opinion. Who's the top 3 right now? Who are you feeling the most?
The most?
Yeah, he's putting in that most work that you can actually say that's recognised as the top 3 in the UK.
Okay, no, let's not do the top 3 in the UK because that's just too definitive and just it's arbitrary. It just can't happen.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say loads of people. I'm gonna tell you this week. Let's just do it at a point in time. So this week, I've listened to Youngin's mixtape.
Yeah.
This week, I've also listened to Skepta's Blacklisted.
Yeah.
This week, I've also listened to Blade Brown's mixtape.
Okay.
And this week, I've also listened to Fecky's mixtape.
Okay, so no Wretch?
Not this week.
Not this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Wretch is obviously one of my favourite rappers, but this week specifically, that's what's happening.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Freshman. This was very informative. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Obviously, people, you see it here first. I, Successful Sam. You're locked into Urban Future UK. Stay tuned. Signing out.
Where your girl's G-spot is. More bitches on the guest list, but because of these gold Rolexes, feeling like I'm Professor X, bitch. So I turn these men into excess, got it's marvelous.